have a question that I want to ponder on this video. And this question is, if you had your entire life mapped out for you, from every success that you'll have, every heartbreak that you'll face, every win, every loss, every time you will rise, every time you will fall, how will you actually navigate your life having this knowledge? And I really want you to sit with this for a moment. I mean, if you knew exactly when you'd get a certain promotion, or maybe that dream job you've been desiring, or when your heart will actually get broken immediately, probably after meeting the love of your life, or when you will actually face the greatest challenge in your life, would you still feel inspired to wake up and continue with your day, living it, trying to grow and hoping and all of that? Will the victories that you actually have still feel like victories if you knew that they were just guaranteed? Or would love still have that excitement for you, taking your breath away if you knew how exactly the relationship with that person will pan out in the future? There's a beautiful truth and a beautiful gift that I think most of us don't even realize that it's actually a gift. And that's our inability to perceive what the future has in store for us. And I get it. I mean, this is something that so many of us, me included, are very curious about what the future holds. But if you were to know exactly the kind of life that you will experience if you were here, chances are most of us will not even bother getting out of bed. I mean, if you knew that 2 years from now you're gonna get into an accident, end up in hospital, and all of that, would you even bother trying to continue on with your day knowing that that possible future was awaiting you? That on this certain date, this and this will happen. Okay, we will probably navigate that differently. Some will just choose to just waste their life because they'll know in 2 years it's over. Others will decide to live it like it's the last day, right? But still, if you knew exactly what will happen in your life, every single thing, how would you navigate that experience? This is the question I want to address today. First of all, hi, my name is Eva. I'm a certified soul alignment and quantum flow practitioner. So basically, these two modalities help you release whatever has been blocking you from your true authentic self, your true nature, your true path, getting in touch with who you really are. Because I feel in the world we live in, there's so much information. It's very easy to get lost into, lose that connection of who you are. Because a lot of us, our beliefs, our values, our desires are shaped by what society has told us. This is what you're supposed to do, or even the people around us. And with these two modalities, I'm actually helping you clear all the noise, all of this outside noise, and helping you get in touch with yourself, your inner guidance, who you really are, finding your path, finding your gifts, finding your uniqueness and what you're here to beautiful create in the world. I'm going to be sharing more on this at the end of this video, so make sure you tune in to hear the beautiful program that I have for you, where I'm going to be actually coaching you with these two modalities for 6 weeks. So if you're curious, stick until the end. But back to today's video. I just found myself wondering about this. Like, if someone today, or if someone had told me, like, all the challenges that I was going to face in my life, chances that I'll have avoided them. If they told me how horribly my dark night of the soul will be, I would have done everything in my power to actually avoid that. Everything in my power, because I literally do not know anyone who actually runs towards pain. And I could be wrong. But personally, I think most of us are usually trying to avoid pain, with be it physically, mentally, emotionally. Like, no one actually wants to experience pain in their life. Most people, right? So if you knew that at a certain point of your life, you're gonna hit the lowest moment of your life, chances are you'll probably go avoiding it, right? But when I look at the person that I've become because of that, I freaking appreciate, or I'm so grateful for that dark night of the soul. So grateful. So if I knew it was coming, I would probably have avoided it. But the gift after I've navigated that, I've conquered that, after I've done the healing, the transformation, all of that, and the person I've become, that was the gift that was waiting for me at the other end of me going through that pain. So back to my question, if you knew exactly how life would turn out for you, how would you navigate it? If you knew that if you met this person who excites you so much and you had this beautiful, passionate relationship, but then you know in the next 2 years, this person was going to break your heart in the worst way possible, would you even try and fall in love with that person? Chances are no. You would avoid that pain that you know would be coming. But then by avoiding it, then you miss out on the 2, 3, 5 years of excitement and passion with this person, which is also priceless in a sense. You miss out on the lessons that this person is going to teach you about yourself. Because no one comes into our lives by mistake. Everything that happens happens for a reason. There's a lesson for you if you're willing to tap into that. So if you're avoiding certain people because you're assured of a certain pain that might happen in future, then you miss out on the lessons. You miss out on who you might become just by going through that pain. So again, there's a beauty in us not knowing our future, a beautiful gift that humanity has been given. And think about it. That excitement of not knowing what comes next is what makes a lot of us actually get out of bed. Yes, you can plan, you can have your goals, you can have your vision, and this is how I want to create my life. But you're not really assured of how it's going to pan out. Sometimes our dreams are going to manifest or be created in a way that we could never even possibly picture. And that's the excitement of it. That yes, we can plan, but we don't know what will happen in the future. So we could plan to get a certain amount of money. They even surprise you with double or triple that amount, something unexpected. That's the excitement of life. You never know what's going to happen next. Still plan for it, still set the goals and all of that, but you're never sure what's going to happen in the next moment. And I've often shared on my channel that even your worries, right, the things that you keep on overthinking and worrying about and all of that, chances are they never actually turn out as you spent, you know, a considerable amount of energy worrying about. It never even happens. And chances are, even when it happens, you already have the tools to navigate that. But you wasted all of this time worrying about a future that wasn't even going to happen. All of it is happening in your mind. But that's the excitement of life because you never know what comes next. And anyone who tells you, again, that they can tell you what your future is and tell you what's going to happen, again, I'm not speaking for any psychic or anything, but I will say this that there are always, I want to say there are always two sides to any story. Like, for example, I can come tell you today that you're going to meet the love of your life in, let's say, Bali in the next 1 year. Okay? I've told you 1 year from now, you're going to meet the love of your life. So now you have the choice that 1 year from now, come rain, come sunshine, you have to be in Bali, right? Now, someone might decide, oh, I'm going to meet the love of my life. So, okay, I'm not going to do anything to even prepare for that. So I'm just going to sit around in my house, junk food, watch TV shows, not actually work towards making that happen. Never bother getting my passport, maybe saving a bit of money to ensure that when I'm traveling to Bali, everything is sorted out. Um, not really being intentional or in doing anything to actually make that reality of me going to Bali a possibility. And then 1 year from now, since you've not worked towards that, guess what is going to happen? You're not going to meet the love of your life because you chose to sit around and do nothing without prediction. And that's what I'm talking about, that the future is never assured. What's actually assured or what you actually create is based on the choices you're making right now. That is what determines the kind of future that you're going to have. Hell, the life you're living right now, it's actually has been created by the past version of you. if you were to be honest with yourself, the choices that you made in the past has created who you are right now. So the power that you have is not knowing the future in the exact way it's going to happen, but having the power to actually create it for yourself. So that means when I'm telling you you're going to meet the love of your life in Bali in the next 1 year, then the choices you make starting now are all going to be geared towards going towards Bali. If it means that you have to ensure you find a job that probably might give you a couple of weeks off for you to travel to Bali in that 1 year, then do that. If it means you have to work on your passport, do a bit of shopping, maybe get your body in shape or something, I don't know, whatever it is that will actually help you prepare to meet the love of your life. But if you sit around and do nothing with it, guess what? That possibility, that future, it just dissolves. And that's it. That's what I want you to know right now. The future is never assured. It's determined by what we're doing right now. And it can go both ways. So, A, yes, you can make choices that actually help you align with more of what you want. Or you can just choose to sit around and do nothing. And guess what? You're still going to create a future, but probably not the future that you would desire for yourself, right? But the power lies in the now, what you're doing this very moment. And the other advice I'd give you is that it's never too late to start. I don't care how many times you're going to start, restart, and all of that, fall, get up again. It doesn't matter. Now, the now moment is what matters more than anything because the choices you make now can either take you 10 steps forward or 20 steps back. So you choose what you want with your life. So, yes, you can maybe find yourself way behind where you'd want to be. But at this very moment, you can choose to just take one little step ahead towards your desired future. Just one tiny step, and that will make all the difference. So those are my 2 cents on this. And let me know your thoughts on this down below. Would you actually like to know how your future is going to pan out? I guess for curiosity purposes, it would be nice to know when you're going to meet the love of your life or when you're going to have that promotion, when you're going to manifest this kind of money and all of that. It would be nice. Of course, everyone wants to know the good things. The bad things, maybe not so much, because chances are you'll avoid them. But I really want you to think about it. If the challenges are what gets you to become the version of you that allows this bigger vision of you to manifest in your life, then how fast will you actually run towards the challenges? I don't know. That's an answer that you can only answer for yourself. So, again, let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. And don't forget to subscribe to my channel if you like the kind of content I share out here. I just share weekly insights and things that I tap into and realizations that I have, my little bit of wisdom, and hopefully it actually helps you on your journey and gives you a fresh, beautiful perspective on how you can navigate this life better. So I did promise I was going to share with you this beautiful, beautiful modalities that I coach my clients with. So soul alignment and quantum flow. So again, these two beautiful modalities can actually help you clear whatever has been blocking you, the emotional wounds, get into the root cause of why life has shown up the way it's shown up for you, helping you identify why you've been attracting this kind of experiences and this kind of people over and over and over again. This is what we'll be covering up with this beautiful program that I actually call the Frequency Recalibration Program, where I actually coach you for the next 6 weeks to help you get in touch with who you are. First of all, you're going to be identifying your soul's unique blueprint. So your soul's true nature, who you are at soul level, your soul level gift, the specific frequency that you actually came here to embody. Because you can actually create your highest timeline if you don't even know who you are. First of all, you need to get in touch with who you are. This is what I offer you with this beautiful program. And then the second thing is that we actually get to clear the energetic blockages, the patterns that you've been creating over and over again, the limiting beliefs, the old programming based on how society told us to live life, that has kept you in such predictable, limited timelines. We actually recalibrate your frequency so you can actually access higher possibilities for yourself. And then third, I'm going to teach you on how to use beautiful techniques such as breathwork, sound, and movement to help you rewire your nervous system, help you rewire your body, so that now you're actually embodying the frequency of that thing that you're calling in. Because if you're not a vibrational match for what you're calling in, I don't care what you do, it's never going to happen. So this is what I'm going to be guiding you with in the next 6 weeks. And in the next 6 weeks, you're going to just wake up and just feel like a lot has changed. So there's so much more for this program. If you're curious about this, and maybe you might have questions, I'm going to invite you to book a discovery call with me. You can check out the link to that in the description box down below. For now, I'll send you so much love, and don't forget to share your thoughts about today's video in the comments. Love and blessings, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.